The following podcast is recommended for mature audiences only. The following podcast is recommended for adults only. Maturity is not a requirement.
Hello and welcome to Dear Download, a podcast about Download Festival, music and the industry, and all other aspects related to rock and heavy metal. This episode has gone through a few iterations of ideas and I want to share it with you. So originally we were planning on starting our sort of mini-series that we do about albums that are having a certain anniversary, 30 years, they were released 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Then we realised Limp Bizkit might be headlining Download 2026. So we decided we would do a special on Limp Bizkit. And then we realised Limp Bizkit might be headlining Download 2026. And we thought we might be shooting ourselves in the foot if we do a full special about them, because we do a special on all the headliners in the beginning of the new year. So we're going to touch upon Limp Bizkit a little bit. We're also going to talk about all of the news that's happened recently. Most of the other big festivals have released a small amount of bands. A lot of them have done their headliners already, and there's a trend happening. We may not see any of those bands, but we want to talk about it anyway. I am Adam, and as always, I am here with Simon. How you doing, my man?
Hello, good day to you, sir. Yeah, I'm doing all right, mate. Not bad.
Good, excellent. Can I tell you a story?
Please tell me. I enjoyed the first one.
Good. So I want to take you back about 15 years. I was in my mid-20s, going out with all my friends. You know, we used to go to local gigs all the time, drinking in town. And there was a guy in town we thought looked like Serge Tankian. So anytime we'd see him, we'd drunkenly shout, "Hey, Serge," at him, or something along those lines. He came up on Facebook recently as a suggested friend. His name is Sergio. So it was only about 2 weeks ago I noticed this. I realised, and I was like, that happened completely differently in our heads than it probably did to him. He probably just thought we knew him, or we met him drunkenly on a night out one time. We were saying his actual name, but no, we were saying he looks like Serge Tankian. So that was quite funny when I learned that. Yeah,
I like it. Very good. And coincidences like these do happen.
Yeah, yes, they do. Anyway, how are you doing? What's going on with you? Anything new in the last couple of weeks?
No, I just keep getting sick because my son is now going. I'm sick. My son is now going to nursery, and
of course,
he's just bringing back all the diseases in the world. So yeah,
not good, man. I remember that period.
No.
Honestly, it's not as bad as everybody says it was. You know, we all, there were maybe 3 or 4 occasions over probably 3 or 4 years where everyone in the house came down with something and we struggled to do anything. But it didn't happen as often as I was expecting it. So it may not happen for a while. You might do all right for a little bit.
Well, the first 2 weeks it's been happening constantly. So I dread to think what the next 2 weeks are going to be like. But yeah.
Yeah, rainbows and beer. I don't know what else. That's what I can think of at the moment.
Okay.
Rainbows and beer. Cool.
That sounds good.
Anything? Is that everything? Anything else new? Anything you want to share with us?
No.
Cool.
There is literally nothing interesting to report.
Okay, cool. My life has just our life in this household has just gone crazy. Since the kids went back to school early September, so it was only about 3 weeks now. We're just so busy all the time. 3 days out of 5 with school. The kids have got like some kind of after school club. They got swimming one night. And on Sunday mornings, someone started going to football with a proper football team on Tuesday evenings. So it's like, and also Soren doesn't get free school meals anymore, so we've got to make packed lunches every night. And Nova's always wanted packed lunches because she wanted a lunchbox. It's way easier for us if she gets the free school meals, but no. Mm-hmm. So our life just got probably about 50% busier than it was, and we thought we were busy beforehand, and it's just like constant
now you're
go.
Busy. Yeah.
So crazy busy, and but it's kind of good, I don't get as much time to stop and sit down because sometimes after work, if I sit down, I'm not getting back up again for a while.
Yeah.
But
nice.
Other than that, just crazy busy, and I think that's a sign of what the next 10 or so years is going to be like with all sports and all that kind of stuff. So folks, Nova's starting to dance
busy
as well.
boy.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
Well, we have lots of news to talk about. First bit of news I want to talk about: what the fuck are Iron Maiden up to?
Well, nothing sneaky.
Well, I know that, but I mean, let's go through it timeline wise. Everyone was thinking they were definitely going to be on the download lineup because next year is their 50th anniversary. They have been announced for absolutely loads of other festivals.
They have, yeah, quite a lot.
Which, makes sense. But they're almost certainly not doing download because they've got their own show at Nebworth.
They do. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily surprised when they announced it because I thought, okay, Maiden want to do their own show. That's fair. They can have their own stage, their own stuff. It can be tailored just to them, which makes sense. You don't have to make use of a festival stage that other bands will be using necessarily throughout the day. I know there'll be other bands on it, but it'll be to whatever Maiden's thing is. So, yeah, I thought it's a good idea. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that we probably won't be getting them at download. But, a lot of other people were saying, well, they're playing loads of other festivals. Yeah, but they're not playing any other festivals over here.
No.
And they're not doing their own big shows over there. So, the big shows over there for them are the festival ones. And obviously the big show here will be Nebworth. And you're not going to do download and then just over a month later do Nebworth in the same country.
No.
It's Maiden, so anything's possible. But I highly doubt we will be getting them at download now.
No. And so the thing with that is I actually messaged you the day of, or we were messaging each other the day of the announcement or day after, and I said to you, it's at Nebworth, which is where Sonisphere was. There's camping. You can camp on the Friday, see the band on the Saturday, and camp over on the Saturday night. So it's going to be kind of like a mini festival. You will get to have your Sonisphere experience.
I will.
That you never had. But then it was pointed out to us in a Discord. Sonisphere posted about it with the side eye emoji. Why the hell is the Sonisphere social media channel still manned? They haven't done anything for years. But
I think the last festival they did was 2016, I think, abroad. The last one they done here was 2014, but the last one they done, as far as I'm aware, was 2016, I think.
Okay. I wasn't aware of the abroad ones, but that makes sense. But could they be testing the water about either bringing Sonisphere back or starting another UK heavy metal festival?
I don't know. Festivals are big business. So, to be honest, when did they start? Just before the 2010 started, which probably wasn't still a lucrative time for festivals. But over the last 10 years, festivals have just grown and grown and grown. And now festivals are just new festivals popping up every single year. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's a clue about Sonisphere. It will be a good time and it'll be like a catch-22 because there's more festivals than ever, which means more competition.
Yeah.
But festivals are doing better than ever. So I don't really know which way, like from a business perspective, which way you could. And, they went too big too quickly, which is why Sonisphere went as far as I could see.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you'd want to do a giant download-esque thing straight away.
No, that makes sense. And I've heard many times that they just ran out of money. They spent too much money too quickly. Because I think, was it Iron Maiden or Metallica headlined 3 out of the 4 years? I think it was Iron Maiden. But there was one year, I remember saying to you on a very, very early podcast, talking about having Iron Maiden and Metallica on the same festival, and I said I don't think it's ever been done. Why would people do that? And it was only a couple of weeks later I looked and realised I was at a festival that had both of them, which was one of the Sonospheres, and that would have cost a hell of a lot of money.
Yes.
So yeah, I personally think they are going to be testing the water for another festival. If you were thinking about becoming competition to Download, you would be looking at it and going, well, Download don't have that many hot rock and metal bands anymore, or not as many as they used to. You go,
No.
all these sort of alternative acts and alt pop and stuff. If we filled that with local bands or underground rock and metal bands, that would automatically be bigger than Down, or no, maybe not bigger, but appeal more than Download.
No, there is, yeah. I suppose there is a space within the metal world, sort of in between Bloodstock and Download.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long you could sustain that before you'd have to go one way or the other. I don't know. So, again, it's a difficult question. But yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know in what capacity they would, or if it's just one of those things that's just happened because that's what happened.
Or another thing that just came to my brain just that minute. It's not in the notes. Not we already have any notes. Could Download be testing the water of a different location?
Oh well, we have talked about that before, haven't we?
Yeah, not that it's run by Live Nation or Download or anybody who runs Download. It's run by Kilimanjaro Agency or something, or K2 Agency.
Yeah.
And Studio. I want to say Studio. I haven't got it in front of me, but I was trying to find as much information as possible yesterday. So everything that was on the poster I was looking up, and none of it is.
I think they had a couple of like big investors, didn't they, as well, that put like a load of money into it. So
yeah,
I don't know how much money they got out of it in the end, but yeah.
Yeah, but interesting thought. But yeah, I mean, so while we're on Iron Maiden, the other festivals they are the headlining is going to be Rock Am Im Park. Hang on, what was it? Rock Am Ring. That's it. Rock Am Im Park Ring.
And Rock Am Park. Jesus.
Yes, I'm funny. Resurrection Fest. They're doing Nova Rocks, Tons of Rock, Copenhagen. So yeah, loads of them. Which is, like I said, it's not a surprise. There is. Oh, sorry. I'll come back to that. Before we move off, you also messaged me saying, "Are you going?" And I was like, "Yes, definitely." And then I found out the price. Have you seen the price?
No.
So it's $127.50. I don't know whether there'll be dynamic pricing on that. That's what it's been at for the pre-sale. But then I think there's like £35 parking as well. So that $127.50 is with camping. How
much is it without camping?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it today.
Because I mentioned it to Vicky and she was like, "Yeah, but camping." So it might be a day ticket. Only.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it said, only what's the right word? Not restricted camping. A small amount of camping tickets, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still really want to go.
I want to go. My initial thought was, though, just to go for it as a day festival, not to actually camp.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked at that.
My initial thought was, awesome day festival, get a hotel nearby and relax.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. It's difficult. Difficult for me, definitely, because tickets go on sale Saturday to the general public. I think I saw somebody say, like...
Is it Saturday? Saturday morning?
Yeah, Saturday morning, 27th. So by the time it's out, they'll all already be out. People will know all this information by the time they're out.
Yeah.
But I get a pay rise this year. I get a pay rise tomorrow, which is backdated till April. So, like, yes, I can easily afford it. But I also really, really want a new PC. So I'm like, can't really afford both. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
I guess I'm gonna try my hardest on Saturday morning to get 2 tickets.
Yeah.
So I'll be disappointed if I don't get it, but I don't even know what the capacity is going to be. So I think I saw that Sonosphere was smaller than Download. I think their capacity was 60,000.
Yeah.
max.
Okay.
So yeah, Obviously, that's not as big as Download necessarily. It doesn't have to be bigger to be better.
No, but other people have done shows at Nebworth, and the figure I saw was 125,000, which could be from like just one-off shows. I know,
I'm not sure 2025 Iron Maiden could do those numbers.
No, but I mean they could release those amount, and
yeah, they could. They could.
So,
I think they're going to go around
the
60. I think they're going to go around the 60 mark. I think.
Okay.
That would be my prediction.
Yeah.
Maybe even 50. I don't know, but yeah,
wow.
Iron Maiden 20 years ago, you could probably shift a lot more tickets than that.
Yeah, but I mean that's the capacity. So you think surely they're not going to sell out straight away? I don't know. I assume they won't. But that was assuming with the 125,000
you've got
potential.
You've got to think about when Maiden normally play in the UK, right? They play the O2 for 2 nights. They play Birmingham. They play Cardiff. They play blah blah. You add up all of those and you say, okay, if we're going to do one show, it's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if they're just going to do this one show and not do any other shows in the UK, it will be a fucking big show. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go, right, we're going to do this Nebworth in the south and then we're going to play fucking, I don't know, Newcastle and wherever. I don't know. But at the moment, it is just one show. So I guess then they're just going to say, everyone come to this one gig.
Yeah. Oh, now you got me torn.
So
now I'm thinking maybe I should be trying to get a ticket straight away anyway, just in case it does sell out.
I don't know. It's
PCs aren't going to sell out.
But also, if it is a 60,000 capacity, you'll definitely get a ticket on Tixel at one point. So
yeah, but
I wouldn't worry about it
more?
too much. On Tixel, you won't be much more.
Okay.
I would have thought.
But anyway, by the time this is out, I'm sure everybody in the Discord will know whether I went for one or not.
Yes.
So, yeah, that has given me a lot of thinking to do.
Okay, sorry,
by
I
Saturday
confused you even more.
Yeah, no, like I said, I was gonna buy one, but I was assuming it wasn't gonna sell out. So I was like, okay, I'll save for my PC first, and I'll start saving, and maybe in a couple of months buy an Iron Maiden ticket. But if it is a much smaller capacity than what I thought, then it might sell out. So I don't know.
Still,
yeah,
I think you should.
I'll probably buy a ticket.
Play it by ear.
Yeah,
yeah. Play it by ear.
Yeah. Anyway, cool. But yeah, so like we said, we've had loads and loads of other big festival announcements with most of them announcing the headliners. Limp Bizkit is one that I was not expecting to see other places. It seems like they have shot up to headline worthy status. So they are headlining Resurrection Fest as well. They are headlining Resurrection Fest, Tons of Rock. It's just those two by the looks of it.
They're playing Rock and Ring on Rockin' Park, but they'll be probably main support for Linkin Park, I would have thought.
Okay, yeah.
They're more Papa Roach, either way round, but yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting one, and the reason why I wanted to talk about them is because, I mean, I haven't really seen other people commenting on this, but they've obviously been rumoured that they're going to be headlining Download, and so many people were saying, are they ready? Have they got enough stuff? They were booked to play 2023 Download, 2003 Download even.
They were booked to play the very, very first Download.
Yeah.
Headline the very first Download.
Yeah, exactly. And I know Download has grown massively in that time. But I mean, if they were big enough to headline then, surely they're still big enough to headline it.
I just think they're obviously in 2003 we were riding the new metal coattails, so they were still a big band in sort of society.
Yeah,
fresh in everyone's memory. So that's probably slightly different. But sure, shit, yeah. I mean, if Korn can headline your festival, Limp Bizkit can headline your festival. As long as they don't play break stuff at the beginning and the end, I'll be happy.
Everyone's complaining about that. They can play it.
Well, I think that's a sort of I want my money back kind of thing. That is,
yeah.
That's kind of being. I mean, I know Fred Durst is always like, let's just do fun stuff, which is fine. But playing the same song twice, I don't give a fuck what song it is. That's I would not be happy about that. they've been playing loads of shows recently, and that's not what they've been doing. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's not what they've done at Reading and Leeds, I don't think. So.
Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of people complained about them playing Break Stuff twice at Download last time.
Yeah.
And people have been complaining about like medleys and him just pissing around in the middle. And that was one of my problems with Korn for a long time. I don't see anybody else complaining about Korn doing it.
I mean, it's something that Korn and Biscuit have always done.
Yeah.
All the way from the 90s until now. So it's not jarring if you're a long time Limp Bizkit fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so used to those two bands just fucking around in between stuff because well, especially Limp Bizkit because they don't take themselves too seriously anymore. They used to, but they don't now.
Yeah.
So but I do agree. Like one of the things that annoys me, and we'll talk about this in our in-depth Limp Bizkit one if they do headline, is they never play like new stuff. Like Fred Durst has a real thing about they'll release a new album and then they just won't play any songs off of it. And he's like, oh yeah, no one wants to hear the new stuff. Well, no one will ever want to hear the new stuff if you never play it.
Yeah.
So it's the one thing I've always found annoying about Limp Bizkit. Obviously, it was different when they had 3 albums and I saw them in like 2001 because they only had a certain amount of songs they could play. But now it's like, just play songs off of everything. You've got so many songs. You don't have to play half of Significant Other and half of Chocolate Starfish. You've got play some stuff off $3 Bill, play some stuff off Results May Vary, play some stuff off of the new album, like just do a best of set. Whereas they always lean into, it's 1999, and they have to play everything from... Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love those 2 albums, but come on, mix it up a little bit set-wise,
Yeah. So I was about to go into something very similar, actually. I was just thinking about something very similar to that. They were one of the biggest bands on the planet back in 2003. All they have to do is release one good album, and they will be back to being one of the biggest bands on the planet, most talked about bands on the planet. But they can't seem to do it. I don't know. Just sit and write some good songs for once. Early songs were
okay. Fucking hell.
Shots fired, I know, but like Gold Cobra was shit. I couldn't. I listened to. Well, I listened to all of them to try and because we were going to do an Limp Bizkit episode. I could not get through Gold Cobra.
No, I don't want to ruin it for everyone, but Gold Cobra is a fucking awful album.
Yeah.
But then you go after it, and Still Sucks is an incredible album.
It's not. No, it's okay. It's okay.
We'll have to beg to differ on that. Yeah, we'll have to differ.
We'll go into that in more detail. But like, write songs that everyone's talking about again. Like they haven't had that. I mean, a lot of I've seen it loads of times recently. I've seen every fucking online personality, online magazine, people who do shorts everywhere, talking about Limp Bizkit's new song. General people aren't talking about Limp Bizkit's new song, which is weird, and it's something I actually want to look into a bit more. But write music, it's not just that easy. But if they released a few singles and an album that was the same, like as big as Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water, like I said, they'd be headlining everywhere again. They would be untouchable.
Oh yeah, I don't think they ever will though, because then it was fresh, it was new. It was the biggest type of music. It was played all over the radio. It was everywhere. Yeah. Even if they wrote an album better than Significant Other and Chocolate Starfish, it will never be as big, dude. It will never grind its way into the consciousness as much as those albums did.
Yeah,
because society's different now. It just won't.
Yeah, and that's kind of my point as well. They, in my head, it's the easy thing for them to do because they are a big band. They don't have to go to a job every day. They could just sit and write a song, and if it's shit, write another song the next day. But in my head, easy. But I know it's not that easy. So yeah, I'm just being a bit of a dick at the minute. But they could be if they did. If they fucking swallow your pride and hire Jordan Fish, tell him we're not changing our style to sound like Bring Me the Horizon. Shut up. Help us write good Limp Bizkit songs again. and he helps them write good Limp Bizkit songs again, and they'll be fucking massive again.
You've actually touched on something there that is a little factoid, is Bring Me the Horizon were writing songs for Limp Bizkit.
Were they? When?
Yeah.
Go on.
2018-19.
Okay.
So the song Wonderful Life by Bring Me the Horizon was written originally for Limp Bizkit.
No way. I can't think of what that song is at the minute because I never really learned.
If you listen to the riff in that song,
I'll listen to it. Wonderful Life.
You will automatically think, holy shit, that could have been a Limp Bizkit track.
That's cool. Yeah. Did they write any Limp Bizkit tracks that Limp Bizkit actually played?
No. So I think they went through, because basically in between Gold Cobra and Still Sucks, Bizkit was supposed to be making this album, Stampede of the Disco Elephants, for years.
Okay.
And they released a couple of tracks from it, and apparently they had all the instrumentals done, and Fred Durst just couldn't get the vocals to be perfect how he wanted them to be.
Okay.
Maybe so they scrapped it, and then maybe he's just too much of a perfectionist. I don't know. And there was a couple of instrumentals that got out, a couple of songs that got out of it, and they were both really fucking good. That was Ready to Go and Endless Slaughter, released properly. Fucking great songs.
I will write them down and listen to them as well then, because definitely.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. And and then I think they scrapped that and they said, well, then let's just write with a load of people. And they had a load of bands like Bring Me. I can't remember who else it was, and they were all trying to write songs together collaboratively. But it just fell apart and nothing came of it. But I do know that Wonderful Life song, maybe not in the way it is, but the riff and main bits of it were supposed to be for Limp Bizkit.
Okay. Interesting, yeah.
So you actually came up with a bit of fiction that ended up being fact.
Yeah. I was going to say, and I mean, I don't want to go into Limp Bizkit too much because we might do, we will do a special about them. It just depends on when. It will be early next year if they're headliners. If they're not, we will probably do it later on this year.
Yeah.
But where the fuck was I going with that? I had a reason for saying that.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't want to go into too much. But I did notice all the earlier tracks, he's constantly referencing other bands and other things and other people. He's constantly talking about films or saying about a band, like slagging a band off or praising another band. Yep. I don't think he does in the latest album that much, and maybe that's the problem. He talks about other bands as much as Shinedown rhyme with numbers. Because I notice they do that a lot as well.
Yeah, but again, the sort of landscape of music was more tight knit. I mean, on the first two albums, they have songs where they just thank people.
Yeah.
Which I really like, is just a song where you're just saying thanks to everyone in a song. But yeah, I guess, they did mention, I suppose even on the third album, they mentioned Deftones in that.
Yeah.
Head for the Barricade. That's one of my favourite Bizkit songs. And Yeah, so they do. Yeah. They reference a lot of people. But I guess they were all tight-knit. They were all playing together. They were all friends. I guess things have changed since then. Maybe people have grown apart. Maybe they haven't got that many bands to sing about anymore because they're not really friends with anyone. Or
maybe.
I don't know. Times are just different. But I think Bizkit are perfectly happy where they are. I don't think that Fred Durst or Wes has any passion for writing an album that's going to take over the world, because they've been there, done that. I think they are perfectly happy, writing tunes that service Bizkit fans, and everyone else can think what they want.
Okay, yeah. That's a good summary of a way to get off of Limp Bizkit. Yeah, I like that. We'll talk about.
Well, that might not be the truth, but I mean, like you said, they didn't have big songs. I mean, Dad Vibes, the track that they released from Still Sucks, was a huge hit.
Yeah,
it was everywhere.
Yeah.
So
what else did they release on that album?
Well, that was the only one they released.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh no, they didn't actually. They released.
Oh, shut up! I'm not. I thought
they released They released a second track that had a really good video. We cannot change the path. What the fuck is that song called?
I think I know what you're about now. I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong.
Yeah, it's a good song. Hit it. Bow, 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 out of style.
Okay, I didn't hear about that at the time. Only recently.
The video's great.
But yeah, I was also going to say maybe they are getting back on track, because he starts the latest song with talking about Chester. So maybe that's how we know.
What did you think of the new track then?
It's cool. It's It's cool. I liked it, and it did feel like a new old Limp Bizkit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely got an old feeling, but it does feel fresh.
Yeah, which is what bands want to be doing.
Yeah,
have your roots in there, but also evolve the music.
Something new. Yeah, I think we've discussed it before. I hate when bands are like, when like bands do an album that's like progressive or pushes the band forward, and like people don't like it or it doesn't really work, and then they go, "Oh yeah, we're going to go back towards our old sound," and I'm always like, "Oh fucking hell, why? You've already done that sound." I hate when bands do that. We're going to get back to our classic metal roots, and they play the stuff that's never as good as it was before. Like, I don't know. I like bands moving forward. I don't like when bands move backwards. I like when bands pay homage to the past, and they have a little bit of that flavour in there, but they're also, going towards now. I don't like when bands just go, "Oh, we're just going to sound like we did 30 years ago or whatever." I fucking hate when bands do that.
Yeah,
that's just me personally.
So many bands have done it. Like I've sort of slowly gone off of bands because they've changed their music, and that's fine for them. I didn't enjoy it. And then, they'll say, "All right, we're going back to our roots," and I try and listen to the new stuff, and it's it's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. It doesn't sound as good. So I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But Limp Bizkit, I think.
But anyway,
I reckon the next album is going to be good. Although you did say that the latest song is not on the next. It might not be on the next album because it's for Battlefield 6 or something.
Yeah, it's for Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's included in, or it might be just a one-off thing.
Yeah.
But it is good. I mean, like, if their stuff is going to be anything like that, then I'll be happy if it's like that, because it's kind of sounded a bit Significant Other-y, and it's a toss-up for me between Significant Other and Chocolate Starfish, my favourite album.
Yeah.
I think I might be leaning slightly towards Significant Other just because I like that sound.
Yeah.
But it had that kind of vibe to it. And the rapping was really good. So I'm happy. But again, I think Still Sucks, the last album, is definitely heading in the right direction. I think it's got tons of good stuff. I'm not saying it's a perfect album, but I think it's got loads of good stuff. I thought, right, whenever I listen to the last track on that album, I think of you.
Think of me.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Because it sounds like a boy band track. And Fred Durst said, "I always wanted to pay homage to all of those 90s boy bands."
Okay.
And it sounds like a fucking Backstreet Boys track. And it's the track on the album that when it comes on, I play it again. And then I play it again.
And you listen to it again.
Because I just love that. I love that song so much. It is. And it's so short. It's like 2 minutes long. And I'm like, just sounds like 90s boy band. It's amazing. But Limp Bizkit should make more songs that sound like 90s boy band music.
Okay. I'll listen to it again, and I'll probably agree with you. After I did listen to all of them like once through, and then I went back to listening to the albums you gave me for albums that turned 30 because I want to listen to them more. Some of them I've never listened to, so I'll go back.
Yeah.
We got a couple of weeks. I'll go back and listen to Limp Bizkit again. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was about to agree with you. To say exactly the same thing you've just said. If the next album sounds like the latest song, I think I'm going to love it.
Good.
So even with Dad Vibes, I liked it, but I didn't like the sound they're going into. So I don't think I ever paid much attention to the album when it first came out. Again, I will listen to it again properly. Anyway, less Limp Bizkit talk, more Linkin Park talk.
Oh,
maybe not. Okay.
I mean, we can talk about them if we can talk about them if you want.
Who else? I mean, so
I've got lots to say.
talking about all the other headliners. I mean, the last episode we went through all of the possible headliners, going from previous years or other festivals headliners previously. Limp Bizkit weren't in there, and now they're headlining a few others potentially down. I honestly think it is going to be Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, and Guns N' Roses. Now I know it was. I know that everybody thought it was going to be Ghost, Linkin Park, and Iron Maiden. Ignoring the fact that Iron Maiden are ruled out now, it's funny because that didn't come from anywhere. That just existed somewhere, and then everybody went along with it because it sounded good. It sounded like a good lineup.
I think that's why, because it sounded good. I don't think it was anything in reality whatsoever. I mean, now we're looking at the lineups of everywhere. There's Ghosts, Neymar, nowhere.
No.
But occasionally Download do have a few anomalies.
They do.
Headline.
Yeah.
Where you're like, wait a minute, they're fucking not playing anywhere else but Download. So,
Yeah.
like we've said multiple times on here, we don't really know what to expect anymore, but we're only going by what we can see that other festivals are doing.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think it was funny because obviously, like I said, that was going around for ages. It was funny. I know that there's plenty of bitching about the social media groups, let's say, for Download and some of the people in those groups. I saw one that was funny. And if you're getting fed up of those, come into our Discord because everybody in there's getting fed up. We have good conversations about it, about everything.
We do, and we make fun of the Download groups a lot. So if you want to come and make fun of the Download groups in our Discord, come over and do it. It's good fun.
But yeah, the funniest one I read recently was a guy saying, "Look, I think it's going to be. It doesn't matter because it was after we put the video out of the Biscuit, Linkin Park, Guns N' Roses, and a few other places sort of took that and ran with it, and it was a thing on there, and someone was saying it's going to be Ghost, Linkin Park, and Iron Maiden, and I'll tell you why. I have evidence, and then he pointed out three things that were his opinion, and I so wanted to comment and say, you probably should go and look up the definition of evidence. It's just an opinion.
Yeah.
Because I want them to be there, and it's 50th anniversary, and it makes sense. That's not evidence, man. That's not evidence.
You can't you can't will bands to play Download. That's not how it works.
No.
Okay, it's not ever whoever's got the most will that band will have to play. Unfortunately, it's not Magic the Gathering or whatever the fuck.
But yeah, so I was saying why I think it's going to be those three. Because after we put that video out, and like I said, a few other people followed suit on various social medias, and in the comments for a lot of them, everybody else who is saying that it's going to be those three are saying that that's what their source gave them. Nobody else is saying, oh yeah, it could be these and I want it to be these, but like I've seen on about 15 different occasions, it could well be the same person every time. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people who we don't have a source in the industry. Luckily, we have a podcast with people who listen to it who do have sources. But yeah, everybody who is saying they've heard the same has a source. So that's why I think it's going to be them. It could also turn out to be that Download themselves are putting some red herrings out. So I don't know, but I do think we're going to get those three: Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, and Guns N' Roses. But it's odd because, odd and also not odd because of what you just said. Guns N' Roses aren't playing anywhere else, but we do get anomalies. So
we do get anomalies. I can't remember in 2018 if Guns N' Roses were doing any other shows. Maybe they were. I'd have to look at that up and see if Guns N' Roses are the sort of band that plays one-off shows, or are they the sort of band that goes on big tours and plays
that's a good question.
Loads of places. So that might give us an inkling as to whether... I'm personally not sure that the Guns N' Roses prediction is right at all. I don't think Guns N' Roses will play. I don't think that part of the prediction, if it's true, is right.
Do you want to present your evidence?
Yeah, my evidence is they're not playing anywhere else.
Cool. Yeah, I did that.
Unfortunately, the Linkin Park one, I can't say no to because they are playing other places.
Yeah.
I've just got every toe and every hand crossed that they are playing Reading and Leeds. Oh my God, yes, please.
It's possible. It is possible. That's why we talked about Reading and Leeds.
And I will bow down to Reading and Leeds. Do you know what? I'll go and see Linkin Park at Reading and Leeds, right? And I'll just ignore them the whole time that I'm there.
Just ignore them.
But I'll go just because they're not playing Download.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about Linkin Park then. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying that, yeah, it's going to be Linkin Park. I kind of agree with that because it was only a matter of time. They came back around just over a year ago now. I think it was, wasn't it? And they're going to play all the festivals, all the big festivals that they played before. So
they will.
It might not be this year. It might be Reading and Leeds this year. But we'll get them at Download again in the next 2 or 3 years, definitely. If it's not this year,
definitely. At some points, I'm thinking maybe is it better just to get them out of the way now? Do you know what I mean? Like,
get them out of the way now.
It doesn't matter because either way, I'm not going to watch them. But it takes away a possible headliner for me.
Yeah,
that I might want to see. So
yeah. Maybe hope that the Dogtooth headliner is somebody you really want to see on that day.
Oh, that's not going to friggin' happen.
A Linkin Park tribute band that has a male singer. Are you happy?
I don't care for that either.
No.
You trying to say that I don't like them because she's a female?
No, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
That's what that sounded like.
Know,
I'm just being. The reason I don't like Linkin Park is because I'm sexist.
Yeah, no, that's not what I think. I can see how it sounded like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they could have Miles Kennedy singing for them. I still wouldn't like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Linkin Park ended the day Chester died.
Yeah. Okay. I do apologize.
That's all right. That's all right.
Like I said, I can see how that sounded like that. That's not what I meant it to sound like, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. So yes. How about...
Don't get me cancelled already.
What's that? Don't get you cancelled.
Don't get me cancelled already just because I was in London a couple of weeks ago with an England flag draped across me. Do you know what I mean?
No, you weren't. Were you? I don't know if you were now.
Neither confirm nor deny.
Cool. Cool. I don't care. I honestly wouldn't care if you were. I caught me off guard now, though. What are we going to do? Yeah, Linkin Park. I will really enjoy Linkin Park if I see them. Yeah, it's as simple as that. I know I've said many times on here, I didn't care for Linkin Park for many years, but thinking back to when they sort of did that first show, when it was all secret and Emily came out for the first time, I got chills. And I got the shivers and I've watched it many times since as well, and I still get the same feeling, which is really cool. And it's just really weird because, like I said, I didn't care for Linkin Park for ages.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I got the shivers as well, and the sweats, and then I started to vomit.
I started to wank. Don't have to worry about not being able to get on porn sites because that's on YouTube ready to be. Anyway, no, fuck it up. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah,
that's good stuff.
I think Linkin Park are probably quite likely to be this year. Neither of us can say it's a definite. I think anybody can say it's a definite, apart from the people who run the show. But it's quite likely. Where else are they playing? They're playing Rock in Park. I'm sure there was another one here.
Rock in Park and Rock and Ring.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other ones.
That's all they're doing, according to my notes.
Yeah, they're not doing the other ones either. Yeah, some of the other ones are being headlined by different people.
Interesting. But anyway, yeah, I'm sure we'll see them. I mean, that's 2026. Have they announced a tour anywhere? Anyway, never mind. Let's leave Linkin Park there. One band that I was quite surprised about was Bring Me the Horizon. I was not expecting to see them on any festivals next year.
No, and they've just popped up on like loads of them as well.
Yeah. So they're on Nova Rocks. They're on Tons of Rock, Tusker Rocks. I'd never even heard of Tusker Rocks until everyone was posting about it because they're playing.
I haven't heard a load of these festivals when they come up. I'm like, these European ones. I'm like, I don't know. I've never heard of these ones before.
I think Copenhagen as well. Actually, I've only got Iron Maiden written down here, but I think they were announced for them for their today. Probably not getting them again either, which is weird.
I think the dates that I've looked on there and what we were saying on the Discord is that they're playing places on the Friday and the Sunday of Download, but not the Saturday. But I'm pretty sure that the Saturday will get confirmed that they're somewhere else at some point.
Probably. Maybe they're going to do their own show over here as well somewhere, because it's weird that they're touring and not playing
and not doing show.
over here, and they might get.
Yeah.
I mean, they only played Reading and Leeds this year, though, didn't they? So maybe something else next year. I know Glastonbury isn't happening next year, is it? So maybe
Nope.
Isle of Wight. That's the only other one I can think of that's big enough for them. Green Day did it.
No,
a couple
I
years back.
just don't think they'll headline. They'll do a show over here. I think they're just going to concentrate on Europe. They've done the big show here for them, which was Reading.
Yeah, but that was this
So
year.
yeah, I just think they're going to.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I just think they're going to go with no show.
Which is weird. Get them on the Nebworth. Get them on Sonosphere with Iron Maiden on the Friday night.
Fucking Sonosphere. Yeah, get them on Sonosphere. Yeah.
Sonosphere. There we go. But yeah, I think they. Well, I mean, Ollie said that they were taking a break next year. They're playing loads of festivals.
Yeah.
And I think
In quick succession, though. So
yeah, true. And I think I could be wrong on this. I think I've seen that they're taking a break the year after instead. But I don't know if I.
Oh well, there you go. Then
remember that right. I know Iron Maiden have definitely said they're not going to do anything in 2027.
2027 is going to be dead.
Because of no Iron Maiden and no Bring Me. Oh, fucking give us.
No, just
give
like
us Liam
there's no
Lynch.
other band. There's no other bands, is there? No other bands in the landscape, is there? No, I don't think
Give
so.
us Liam Lynch, Bloodhound Gang, and Electric Six.
What is it with you and Liam Lynch? You're fucking obsessed with Liam Lynch.
Yeah, fucking. I'm a Trump baby. Trump fan, baby. It's my United States of whatever. The thing is, there's probably going to be loads of people who have no idea who he is because he was like a one-hit wonder.
Oh my god! I'm sure half the people in our Discord will have absolutely no idea who Liam Lynch is.
Yeah, it's weird because he was only popular because of the video that was always on Kerrang and Scuzz.
I was going to say it's not really that weird.
No, but everyone.
He was like popular for about 10 minutes 25 years ago.
OPM, let's get OPM back as well. Liam Lynch,
Oh my
OPM,
God.
and Bloodhound Gang headlining 2027. Andy? Oh no, it's not Andy. Cameron Hack, get on it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know. I don't know where you're going with anything today.
But yeah, so I mean, we're obviously going to get Bring Me the Horizon back at some point. I wasn't expecting it to be as early as this year anyway, because they only did 2023. It was 2023,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So only
was.
3 years.
I mean,
I didn't think they were going to come back that soon.
3 years is kind of long enough, though, for a band like Bring Me,
I think so.
with it only being their second.
Yeah, I would happily take them. I don't think it is too long, but I just wasn't expecting them to come back so soon. Because I think...
Well, if they're not going to do anything in 2027, that means we won't be getting them till 2028.
Yeah, maybe what I hope was wrong about 2027. Maybe I'm thinking of Iron Maiden. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I was in charge of a festival, I wouldn't be wanting to book a brand new amazing band every 3 or 4 years because you want them to come to you over the next 20 to 30 years. So
True.
book them 4 years in 20 years is 5 times. Anyway, if you're looking at the future, maybe every 5 or 6 years, so they don't get too boring too quickly for everybody.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but anyway, we're probably not getting them anyway. So
No.
maybe next year, maybe the year after, but they will be back definitely, and I'm looking forward to
100%.
the year they do come back, unless I'm full on Sonosphere at that point. Download is in the dirt.
Are you telling me unless we become a Sonosphere complete podcast,
Yep.
we're going to switch over, jump on the bandwagon?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I bet there will be. If Sonosphere came back, there would be a Sonosphere dedicated podcast before
100%.
the paint has time to dry.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah,
People jump on anything these days.
but not me. What?
And then you'll get then you'll get copycat then you'll get copycat Sonosphere podcasts as well.
Yeah. Bring Me Horizon, Sonosphere. What are we talking about? So other headliners. I mean, there's only a couple others that have been announced that weren't expected. One being Marilyn Manson at Resurrection Fest. It seems like they're the only people that have. Oh, did I get? Oh, there's one other one that I didn't get. But I'll talk about it after. I haven't really listened to his new album. I don't know.
It's good.
Yeah. Do you think he could headline
Really
Download?
good.
Did we talk about him last year? Last episode?
I'm not sure because he's kind of fighting his way back, so I'm not really sure he's at headline status. But he could definitely do a really great main support.
Yeah. Okay.
Because from what I've seen now, fucking hell, he is back to his best, and the band in general were really great. So yeah, I think it would be hell of a show to see Manson now. It's like seeing Manson in 2001 when he was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I'd love Manson to be on the lineup. I think that would be a great surprise for everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Another one. Well, another two really, both from Nova Rock. Let's go with them because that's the only two that are actually written down here. Is The Cure and Volbeat.
Yes.
But I would take that if Download was a 4-day festival and you had Volbeat, The Cure, then Iron Maiden, Bring Me the Horizon. Iron Maiden, Bring Me the Horizon, sell the tickets. Having two new headliners is what we want if it was a 4-day, hypothetically. So I think that is where Download want to go. So, but I mean, I don't really know much of The Cure. Volbeat, I wasn't too keen on, but we've had people say in the Discord that Volbeat are huge in mainland Europe. So it makes sense.
They are. They're massive over. Yeah, like they could never headline Download, or they could headline a festival here, but not like a giant one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not of that status here. But in Europe, they're absolutely massive. But they are a European band, so that kind of tracks and makes sense. The Cure, I absolutely love The Cure. So it's not really a Download band though. I could see them headlining Reading and Leeds, or playing at Reading and Leeds, or playing at Glasgow or somewhere like that. I don't think they would have them at Download. I think that's a little bit too left field, although they are alternative and they are goth as hell and they're great. I'm just not sure it fits in with the Download sort of ethos as it would be.
I can't really comment on them too much, other than what I said about Volbeat before.
Oh, but they've got tunes on tunes on tunes.
Okay.
Tons of great songs, The Cure. Brilliant band.
Cool. The other one that I just said about actually that I didn't have written down was Rock for People, which is Iron Maiden, Bring Me the Horizon again.
Yeah.
That is, how many of them have got Iron Maiden and Bring Me the Horizon? 1, 2, 3...
Quite a few.
4. That is, I would absolutely love that as 2 of the 3 headliners. I'm actually kind of gutted that it's not going to be that. Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
We're talking as if we know it's not going to be.
We're just predicting that from what the facts tell us, it's not going to be Bring Me or Iron Maiden, unfortunately. So you're seeing all of these other lineups that look great, and they do have those 2 bands on there. But I don't think actually you won't see most of them. You won't see Volbeat headlining, you won't see The Cure headlining, you won't see Iron Maiden headlining, you won't see Bring Me headlining. You may see Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit headlining, but you won't see the others, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it is a bit gutting to see all these other lineups and be like, oh, that's amazing. Although, if you did look, that Papa Roach are on a couple.
They are,
so
yes.
We've been wanting them back at Download for what seems like a fucking lifetime now. So fingers crossed, they're one of the ones that's going to be nailed on, which would be great.
Yeah, that would be good. Do you know what? I didn't actually write down any of the undercards for any of these that have announced some of the lineups already. But yeah, there was a few that I would enjoy. And obviously Slam Dunk have just released their lineup. What, their headliner?
Headline and lineup as well.
Yeah,
there's loads of lineup on that. Yeah, very good. I'm very excited by that lineup.
So was I. I've seen a lot of people say it's not for them. I quite liked maybe only about 5 or 6 bands on there. But you don't want to have too many.
Yeah, have a look at that line. No, not at a day festival.
No.
But yeah, there was loads on there for me. Yeah, Good Charlotte, great headliner. I'll be very, very excited about that.
Yeah.
Sublime is one that stood out to me. Another great band. But yeah, can't believe they've never played over here before. But like I said to everyone, their singer died in the fucking 90s. So it's not really surprising. Bury Tomorrow, that's a big one as well. I know, a big metal band, but
Yeah.
they do have sort of metal shoved in there. Goldfinger,
Yeah.
Hawthorne Heights, and then two that are huge standouts, meaning President. No one could get tickets for those President shows that sold out really quickly.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So I think a lot of people will be going to see President, specifically.
Yeah.
And if I was to go, I would definitely be checking them out. And then Menzingers is the other one for me because they're fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, there's more than enough on there for me to go, even without adding bands, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I think Kelly really enjoys the Menzingers. So that was a female singer. Last time she played Download, she had pink jeans on. I think I'm thinking of
No, it's not the Menzingers.
Who am I thinking of?
Menzingers have two male singers.
Oh, damn. Who am I thinking of then? Oh, god damn it.
And they're all blokes in
The
their
Marmosettes
mid
is who I'm thinking of.
40s. Marmosettes, yeah. Marmosettes and Menzingers, two very different bands.
Similar names. and
similar names.
As we established yesterday,
bands, yeah.
I'm getting old and absent-minded. You have to excuse me.
You're definitely getting old.
Yeah. Another one for me actually on there. I've not seen anybody talking about them. Is a band called Tonight Alive, which
Okay.
I only
Don't
know a
know who
couple
that
of their
is.
songs, but one of them kept coming. I'm pretty sure one of them kept coming on that Bring Me the Horizon playlist that I was listening to for like 6 months after 2023, and yeah, I fell in love with it. It was amazing. I've never really checked out much more of their stuff, but it was a really cool sound. If I was
Nice.
listening to other bands in general at the time, I probably would have checked them out, but I was just chucking that mixed playlist on every time. But yeah, so I will check them out a bit more. They are very good.
Good.
Yeah, I would love that. Let's
I mean, while we're talking about this, should we just quickly talk about Download social media recently?
Okay,
Because
yeah, it's a good idea.
I think it's been annoying a lot of people. Like we're seeing all of these lineups announced, and maybe some of them are clues to Download, maybe they aren't. But for Download to an announcement of an announcement,
Yeah.
is, I mean, it's getting so bad. And I said this, my video about all this will already be out by the time that this comes out.
Yeah.
But I have touched on some of these subjects on my video that'll be out already, so go and check that out. It's like the download, the download community itself is pretty. I don't know how to put this. The download community for the last 5-6 years has been pretty disjointed since it came back.
Yeah, I can see that.
As in, people have wildly different ideas of what download is, who they should book, just what it should be in general. And I think the download community is very disjointed now. It definitely feels like it. People still ask stupid questions in all the Bloodstock groups and all that sort of stuff, but I always feel like those groups are more together than the Download one is. And I feel like Download doing all of these stupid announcement things is just rubbing everyone the wrong way, and you need to do things to be direct and bring the communities back together. And I feel like them doing these things is just making things even worse than they were before. That's just how I feel about it. I know this is first world problems, making a very small thing seem like a big thing, but in fact, community is quite a big thing when it comes to metal. So
yeah,
I don't think Download have helped themselves at all this year, all last year, really. Just doing anything, really.
No. So yeah, I agree with you with that. Have you signed up to be a part of the family, the email thing?
No, I have not.
No, I have not either. Because whatever gets posted is going to be shared anywhere and everywhere we're looking anyway. But they've really, I want to say they've only released maybe 5 or 6 maximum in a year plus of doing that. I can't remember when it started. I'm like, that just shows people you're doing it to get their email addresses and get their data, basically, not because you care about them, because you want to post stuff. That's how I see that.
Yeah.
And maybe that, I don't know if that's cynic in me.
But no, I get what you mean, though.
It's not helpful what they're doing. It doesn't help. They're not helping themselves at all.
I don't know. Yeah, all these things just seem so like exclusive as well. And Download feels like it pushes, VIP and RIP and all these things so hard now. doing these sort of family little niche things as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's pushing. It's not like everyone together. It's like you guys are over there, you guys are over there, you guys are over there. I don't know. It feels more disjointed than ever.
Yeah.
And I might be blowing that wildly out of proportion, but it does.
No, James pointed out in the Discord earlier and said it feels like two different things. It feels like download the brand and download the festival are two different things, and they're pushing the brand, and like nobody cares unless they've got something to look forward to, unless they've seen who was playing. But they're pushing it, trying to get sales out no matter what anyway. And it's like you're not going to get them. You're not Hellfest, and you're not going to sell out before you announce anything. You need to be quicker. You need to do what the rest of the rest of the festivals do. Who knows? I don't follow any other things. I don't follow Nova Rock social media, so it could be the same in those. But who knows? Copenhagen.
I don't think it is though.
No, we don't see it, but I mean, it's easy to find.
No.
But I think people just stay in their own little pockets. I feel, and they don't see what other things are. So again, they make big deals out of things. Not saying that's what you've done, but generally, they get annoyed and things like that, and you don't see the bad things from the other side. I don't know. I'm rambling, but yeah, I
totally get that though. Like download, like when they're. Your Bloodstock says, oh, they're selling out 80%. And then, like a day later, Download are like, oh my God, we've almost sold out of all of our tickets. It's like, can you not just exist? Do you have to say these things? Like, no, that's not pushing a great percentage of people to hurry up and buy tickets for Download.
No, it's not.
People are way smarter than you think they are.
Yes. Yeah,
I really do feel like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Download social media talks down to you rather than is on the same level as you. It really does. I hope people from Download are listening to this because that's exactly how it feels, and that's exactly how it's feeling for a lot of people. It really needs to be sorted out. Be direct. Tell people what's happening. Stop making announcements of announcements. If you've got something to say it. These sorts of things are just really, really starting to rub people the wrong way.
Yeah, and I can see that as well, actually. We're kind of having two similar conversations about the same thing and going different ways with it, like we did a minute ago. But yeah, I can also see that. And like I said, with the whole brand thing, it's like the whole District X thing is like a Butlins Weekender. Everything is scheduled. It's becoming more of a brand. It's becoming more of a all-inclusive holiday sort of thing. It's not a festival as much. It doesn't seem it anyway. And they're trying to do things the way other advertisers would do for other things. Not, I don't know. I can't put it into as good words as you can, but I completely agree. Like they're talking down to you.
I was just thinking, if I was going to do my own festival, do you know what I would do now? I'd have a big sign, right, that said, no VIP, no special camping, no whatever, no exclusives. We are a festival.
That's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
That's it. No glamping, none of that. I mean, obviously, disabled access and things like that, accessibility, that's perfectly fine. That's not giving people anything extra.
Yeah.
That is catering for people in a certain way. That's how I would market my festival.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no VIP, no backstage, none of that shit. Backstage stuff you could get, whatever, yeah. But I mean, like, no funny things. If you're camping in the camping area. And if you're going to the arena, you are going there to watch music and do whatever. That is how I would do a festival now. I would literally just go, you want a festival? You're going to get a festival.
Yeah.
And obviously do stuff like District X and stuff like that because that is good entertainment. You'd never take that away from a festival. But I just think things are getting too...
But they did it. But did they have that at Bloodstock? The District X?
They have VIP at Bloodstock.
No, District X and all the scheduled entertainment.
No,
that's what I was getting at, having scheduled
arena,
stuff.
They do.
Okay, but not
it's
as much.
Not, I don't know, it's not the same level. But they use it differently because they got less space. The arena is their District X, basically, because they haven't got room to put a completely separate area.
Yeah.
So it is slightly different.
Yeah, but I think where I was going with...
Man, we need to get you to Bloodstock, boy.
Yeah,
we
we
need to
do.
get you to Bloodstock.
I think where I was trying
We
to go
really
with that about District X a minute ago, it's like every minute of every day could be catered for. Could be you could have activities. You could be doing something. You could be going watching food. You could watch tribute bands, and I feel like that's too much now. But it's never going to go any other way. And that once you go to that point, you don't come back. I believe, because you can't say to people, all right, we're only doing District X for half the amount of time this year. People will go, well, why are we paying so much more money? Which is one point I want to come back. I want to take it back a minute, because something I've been thinking recently is and because obviously Download is owned by, it is Live Nation, isn't it? It's like a big brand. It's a big business. And something I was thinking after like the whole COVID thing happened and everything, and it's been a few years since then, so I kind of forgot about it, but it's sort of come into my mind a bit recently again, not specifically about Download or festivals, but like every business and company, maybe not every business, that's pretty, like every big business, every big corporation made record profits over COVID. Maybe not music businesses, but anyway, most most businesses and companies made record profits over COVID. I expect the people at the top of Live Nation probably made just as much money, because they know how to work the system, they know how to work government grants and things like that. So I bet they didn't care.
Yeah.
I bet all the people that are already rich didn't care. That's not what my point is. My point is, I kept saying at the time, every year they're going to want record profits over that. Now it's record profits over record profits, and it's going to get to a point where you cannot squeeze any more out of that stone. Like I said, I was thinking about that constantly not long after COVID, seeing all these businesses cutting down and everything, and making people do more work and more hours and harder work, like making jobs, turning jobs into like 3 people instead of 6, so everyone has to work harder. It's like there's only so much you can squeeze, and I feel like Download, the people at the top of Download, I have no proof on this, but the people at the top of Download have probably done the same. They're like, more money, more profits, more money, more profits, and that's what made me think. You made me think of this when you said about RIP, like constantly. Okay, RIP makes us more money. Okay, chuck more RIP in, chuck more RIP in, more RIP. Give them more, but charge them more, and all that, and that's the way it's just gone. Yeah. I feel. Places like Bloodstock, family run, it's not going to go that way.
No, they still do it, but it's not on the same scale.
Yeah, it is more about the festival than it is the profits. But I feel like, there's only...
I mean, profits are nice. I mean, people do have to remember that if you're running a festival, you're running a business, so you want to make money. Yeah. You want to make good money. I get that, but I think there is a balance to doing that. There's one to doing that, and sort of also, I don't know, keeping a certain level with the fans, and also not compromising what the festival is.
Yeah.
A lot of other festivals do it, I don't see why Download can't do it. I mean, obviously they make money. I mean, I don't know about the last few years if they've made any decent money, but
yeah,
and they definitely have in the past, obviously. So
yeah. Sorry, rant about Download and some other stuff. Let's go through another few bands from some of the other headliners that I personally would like to see, and other bands that I've seen people talking about as well. It would be good. Trivium. So going from the Nova Rocks page, because they've probably announced the most. I'm not going to go through all of the other festivals that we talked about, but Static X. I mean, they've just played. You just saw them at Bloodstock, but they might be still around for some more not headlines, some more festivals next year.
That'll be good. I'd like to see them back. That'll be at Download. I think that'll be awesome.
Yeah. A Perfect Circle. I've seen a lot of people talking about.
Do you want to know a fact about A Perfect Circle?
Oh, right.
They are not a grunge band.
Yeah, I just had to cut a little bit out, I reckon. Probably I haven't edited this yet. I thought they were a grunge band. Who am I thinking of? There's a grunge band that has Circle something in the name from the 90s.
I don't know. Perfect Circle is the side project of this Tool singer.
Okay. I did not know that.
They're kind of, weird, kind of Yeah, it's hard to describe a perfect circle actually. But I like a lot of the perfect circle stuff.
Okay.
So I would be more than happy. Quite proggy,
Yeah.
definitely.
I will try and listen to some.
Yeah, I think
I'll
if you
try and
listen to them,
some.
you'd probably you'd probably think, okay, this is probably what. I mean, I do that with bands all the time, where I'm like, okay, this is totally not what I thought they were
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
head. You'll probably have the same thing
Okay.
with a perfect circle. Yeah,
Cool.
it's definitely more Tool-y than stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is progressive. But yeah,
Okay, cool. 3 Days Grace are doing the rounds again next year, and I would enjoy seeing them. I know you definitely would with that.
I would, because I am yet to get tickets for their December show. I'm still on the waiting list. So
Okay.
yes.
Oh, did it?
If I
Did it
don't
sell
get
out?
tickets for that, I will. Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. I'll smash my new PC if I don't get tickets for
I
that.
need a new PC. Don't smash it. Give it away.
No,
That'll show
I
it.
want
That'll
smash
show it.
If I don't
Give it away. It'll
Yeah.
really.
I'm only joking, baby. I would
okay.
never. I would never smash it.
Who else have we got?
I would never
Breaking
smash it,
Benjamin.
never.
A lot of people have been saying they want to see Breaking Benjamin. They betrayed me last time I saw them, the bastards. So I'm not sure if I'd be too keen on seeing them, but I don't know. I might do. They were terrible, 2018. But anyway, Sabaton. They're playing there. I kind of like them. I don't know if they've ever played Download, but it would be good to see them live, I think.
I had them down as my prediction for Bloodstock headliners, but that didn't come to fruition.
No.
But at least I
that
was,
was Saxon, yeah, wasn't it?
right that they'd be playing. It was Saxon, yeah.
There's a band called Canden Fiber, which is clearly German. Toehider will be good somewhere.
Yeah.
Toehider. Do you remember them? Talked about Toehider a
No.
while back. They sound like Halloween.
Oh, nice. No, I don't. I do not know or remember them at all.
Future Palace. I would like to see Future Palace. You said about Papa Roach. That's it for me on there.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Is there any other bands that you can remember other than what we talked about?
Well, no, there was quite a lot on there. I think Architects was on there, and they're always a big one that people like at Download.
Yeah.
Within Temptation was on there. Trivium, obviously, just saw Trivium play Bloodstock, but I don't think that would affect them playing Download next year at all. And they're always a band that's welcomed by metal fans. But yeah, no, I just think there's loads of good stuff. So if we were to get, a mix of those bands at Download as part of the undercard, I think it would be quite strong.
Yeah, which I'm sure we will. Yeah, that's just generally what happens, isn't it? If a band are going out to tour festivals, they're out touring festivals, so we are quite likely to get them. But I mean, as you said earlier, loads of festivals are cropping up every year now. So some of these other bands, some of these smaller undercard bands could go and play other festivals instead. So we don't know. But
yeah, we don't know.
We've only got about a month and a half to wait. That's okay until we find out what ours are going to be.
Oh no, I'm not looking forward to the actual announcement.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the announcement of the announcement.
Yeah, it's getting pretty ridiculous.
It is good. It's like social media gooning. It's like now people are just gooning for the bands. That's what basically Download want you to just be a load of gooners for their lineups. That's it. So everyone just keep gooning, and keep writing stupid things in the Download groups, and the community's just going to keep on getting better and better.
Yeah. Do you know what we talked about this briefly recently, but I said in the Discord that one of the posts just sounded like a bot. I am leaning to more and more most days towards believing the dead internet theory, which is 99% of what you see on the internet is just bots talking to each other, and I feel like, I mean, Reddit is there's definitely absolutely loads on Reddit. I know for a fact. There's gonna be loads on Facebook. I have.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, less. I know I have proof on Reddit, but it's hard. It's probably harder to tell on Facebook unless you actually click on everybody's profiles and go through them and reverse search pictures and things like that. But there's fucking loads of them. And I think they are starting to infiltrate some of these download groups. So some of the stupid things you see, I think it's probably a bot, and you are quite stupid if you interact with it. Could be a controversial thing to say, but there's this one recently where someone posted last year's lineup and said, "Oh, if this is the lineup, I'm really looking forward to it." It's like, there's no way that can be an actual person. That is a bot. There's someone's training this to be a bot to actually know what they're talking about.
Have you seen some of the people that go to download? It could definitely be them.
No, I love everybody who goes to download. And I mean that sincerely.
Of course.
I'm not being sarcastic.
Of course, I love everyone. I love everyone. You know, there aren't people that go that are, you know, have the personality of a glass of water. Of course not. Everyone at download is amazing.
This has got you riled up. I don't think I've ever seen you this quite this sarcastic and can't think of the other word, but yeah. No, seriously, I think most posts like that you see is a bot, and if you're interacting with it, it's just helping the bots get better and know what they're doing a bit more. There's going to be loads. Yeah, ridiculous amounts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I generally don't talk to anybody on Facebook anymore. Keep it in Discord.
Oh, I deleted the download groups a long time ago. I don't see any of it anymore. All I see is what other people repost when something ridiculous comes on. And ever since I deleted those download groups on Facebook, my life has been infinitely better. So
yeah,
I suggest you will do the same. It's just because, like, we do a podcast about download. I have the YouTube channel where I talk about download. I don't want my entire feed to be download. You know, I love download, but I don't want to be looking and thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
It started to really mentally tire me out. So I was like, nah, delete all those. Delete all of Instagram as well. Just get rid of it all. So,
yeah. I think it can be a good thing. Where with, I mean, so when I said about Nebworth capacity earlier, that could be completely wrong, but that's something I saw on the Facebook, on one of the Facebook groups. I would never have thought of looking that up. So it sort of answers questions that you wouldn't have thought of sometimes.
Yeah.
But then also it could answer them incorrectly. But so could we. Who knows? We could be saying absolute bullshit on here.
Dude, we talking about we are never wrong, okay? I just want to emphasize that right now. Everything we say is fact.
Yes.
And you have to believe, and everyone has to believe us. So everything that we say, you must believe, okay?
Cool.
100%.
Yeah. The earth is flat.
Don't know about that one.
Don't know about that one. It's flat and it's carried on the backs of 4 elephants who stand on the back of a giant turtle.
Yes, okay. I can be down for that. It's more interesting, isn't it, than what it really is.
Absolutely. Let's call it there because we've been a little bit silly this episode. We're only going to get sillier the more tired we get, and we might end up cancelling ourselves somehow. So, before we go, we have to say a huge thank you to all of our Patreons who are massive, massive legends. Thank you so much, all of you, for your support. If you'd like to join the Patreon and support us, that would be massively appreciated. You can find a link in the description, and there's a few goodies for each tier. We'll also say your name out like we will do in a second for this in a minute. For now, though, we have to say a huge thank you to Duncan Scott, Joe Butler, Mike Ferris, Andy Taylor, Liam Hopwood, Tom West, Vicky Rutter, Ethan Brown, Matthew, Chris Henderson, Scoot, Ben Sacconi, Henry Richardson, Chris Hambridge, and James. All of you absolute massive legends. Thank you so much for your support. Now we're going to go over to Simon. Do you want to tell us all about your YouTube? And I don't know why.
That sounded like we were doing the news. And then we're going to go over to Simon. He's over at Old Trafford, just reporting. What's the score, Simon? Yeah, it's currently 2-0. Scholesy scored again. And, of course, Beck scored the first one here. It's just starting to rile up. Roy Keane's been sent off again. It's Manchester United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Fantastic. Tell us about YouTube.
I have one.
Cool. What's it called?
It's called Simon Bon. So if you type in Simon Bon.
What do you do? What do you do videos
about? Cooking.
Good. Anything else? Just cooking? What do you cook? What's your favourite dish you've cooked so far?
My favourite dish I've cooked so far would be Dijon à la Grande.
I don't know what that is. Sounds good.
I like that. Yeah, I've cut that.
Okay.
So it's Simon Le Bon, and I only cook French cuisine.
Awesome.
That's the
Have you
channel. I wish it was, because then I might actually be popular. No, what I'm doing at the moment is what have I got going on? This week I've got a video that will already be out by now, which is a very similar subject to what we've talked about this
Just a little
episode.
bit more serious, yeah.
And next, yeah, it's kind of more serious. I do laugh a lot in it, so it's not as controversial as our episode this one's been. And then next week I have a very good episode coming that you'll probably really like, because you like, I don't know, statistics and talking about how things are. The video that'll be coming out, it'll be Friday or Sunday. I'm not sure which I'm going to release it. So after this comes out, it's how many original lineups are left is the subject of the video.
Okay.
And I go into various other offshoots of that subject to do with bands and members and all sorts of stuff. So that's a very interesting one.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure I'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna make a plug as well. It's not quite ready yet, but I'm gonna just talk about my D&D YouTube channel that's gonna be existing very soon. I'm pretty sure we have decided we are definitely gonna go with the name Critical Pit, which is cool. But yeah, so
Yes.
we've recently finished our sort of three shot, it's called. We sort of met up 3 times to run through this one story that I made up in my head. And they all really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I've spent probably 40 to 50 hours learning everything online that I need to learn. Making maps. I was making maps today. Crazy stuff. So I want it to be as popular as possible because I'm putting a lot of work into it. But yeah, so like I said, I think we're going to give it about a month. I've told them to give me a month to sort of come up with the first few episodes. Simon himself is going to be a guest on it. And what I'm going to do at one point is we've talked about him being a guest. Us doing a D&D thing for the Patreon, D&D episode with just Simon. What I've decided since we last talked about it is going to be his background story before he becomes a guest in the show. So it's going to be linked, and we're going to put,
which is cool.
It's very cool. And we're going to put that on Patreon for you guys to see before anybody else. A few other things, but yeah. So I think give us a month. What is it now? Almost the end of September. Oh my God, time is going so fast. So almost the end of October.
It really is. The beginning of this year, I think, dragged. The first 6 months really dragged, but the last 6 months seem to be going very, very quickly.
Yeah, Jesus. It is ridiculous. So yeah, I think, like I said, I've said to him, give me a month, which will be close to the end of October. Then we'll have to, I want to record 2 or 3 episodes and get them fully edited and make sure we're happy with it. So that may take 2 or 3 weeks. So I said very soon, November. I reckon November is when we're going to be able to release finally. So yeah, any questions?
Awesome.
Shoot them over. Join the Patreon if you want to have a look at what that's all about. I might even post the 3 episodes that we've already done as well. I think that would be cool.
Tantalizing.
But anyway, yeah, me and Simon have said recently as well, we're going to be doing way more for the Patreons as well. I've got a few more ideas. So yeah, we have been.
We've pretty much, apart from last week, done a video every week for the patrons. So hopefully that will be able to continue.
Definitely. But yeah, so that is it for this episode. And we don't know what we're going to be doing next episode yet. So anyway, it's a goodbye from Simon.
Goodbye.
And a goodbye from me. Goodbye.